Welcome back to my G1 Retro Reviews. Today, we're taking a look at the original Transformers series two-parter, The Key to Vector Sigma. In this episode, the Autobots and Decepticons create their own group of new Transformers in order to counter the other faction's advantage. We begin this episode with the Autobots protecting a shipment of superfuel as the Decepticons attack. For a brief moment, we can see Thrust is mistakenly drawn as a repaint of Dirge. Or is it Dirge who's repainted as Thrust? Either way, I'm sure someone could create some fiction to retcon this to be a new OC or something like that. I like that Optimus calls Megatron's bluff about blowing up the fuel tankers, although it is scary that Megatron almost went through with it. Thank Primus for smokescreen. So, frustrated by the Autobots' superiority on the road, Megatron has Rumble steal 4 cars and a truck, which he then rebuilds into 5 new Decepticons. If Wheeljack and Ratchet are considered the Dinobots' fathers, and Grimlock is considered the Technobots' daddy, then shouldn't these 5 consider Megatron to be their dad as well? After all, he does name his new babies. Well, at least their group name and combiner name.
Behold! The Stunticons!
There's no way here on Earth to give them cybernetic personalities like we have.
Well, what about the Dinobots? They were built on Earth, and they have personalities. This episode introduces us to one of the longest-standing MacGuffins in Transformers, Vector Sigma.
Vector Sigma? Yes! The mega computer deep in the core of Cybertron, which gave us all life.
Vector Sigma would be used in some series after this one, such as Beast Machines, Transformers Prime, and Transformers Cyberverse, just to name a few. But in order to access Vector Sigma, they'll need its key, which they steal from Alpha Trion. Hey, Alpha Trion, don't suppose you've seen the girls recently, have you? No? Oh well. So the Decepticons head to the chamber of Vector Sigma, but they are blocked by an army of Mysterios.
We are not alone. Centurion droids! They must be guarding Vector Sigma!
Nah. I think you're wrong, Megatron. These look nothing like the Centurion drone from the toy line. I'm pretty sure that these are one of Mysterio's illusions. But Megatron is able to control them with the key, and he sicks them on the Autobots. Also, when Soundwave decodes the lock on the door, apparently the password was 111122223333. Not very secure. No wonder Soundwave was able to crack it so quickly. Alpha Trion really needs to come up with a better password.
It's a miracle we survived that blast. With any luck, that explosion will be the last of Megatron's surprises.
Blast? What blast? Did I miss a scene? The Decepticons finally arrive at Vector Sigma.
After all these millions of years, Vector Sigma awakes.
I am Vector Sigma. Before Cybertron was, I was. Who reactivates me? Why have you done this thing?
Man, Vector Sigma is grumpy in the morning.
I can't believe you've done this.
So, Vector Sigma gives the Stunticons their sparks. I mean, personalities. They haven't officially invented sparks yet, but I think we can retcon that they're basically giving them sparks here. And so, the 5 new baby Decepticons present themselves.
I am Overmaster! I swear loyalty to you!
I am Dead End. I guess I'll have to do what you say.
Dead End is definitely hotter in Cyberverse, but he's not too bad here.
I'm Breakdown. I'll obey too.
Again, I think I prefer my breakdown to be a little more heavy duty.
I am Dragstrip. I live to obey.
Yeah, I liked you better as a girl.
I'm Wild Rider, and I want to bust something up.
So yeah, we are introduced to the Stunticons. And like I mentioned, A number of them have returned in other fiction, but with slightly different takes on the characters. I'd love to see a future series where the Stunticons use these reimagined versions instead of their G1 selves. Just imagine having Cyberverse Dead End, Prime Breakdown, and Animated Drag Strip on the same team. That would be so fun to see! Meanwhile, with the Autobots, they unleash wave after wave of their own drones to fight the Centurion ones. Also, whoever choreographed this fight scene must have been a big wrestling fan, what with all the suplexes and headlocks and stuff like that. However, they eventually defeat them by baiting them off a ledge like a bunch of lemmings. Optimus Prime gets the idea to build his own new group of Transformers.
Megatron's been battling us on the roads. We'll fight him in the skies. Could they be rebuilt and modified to resemble Earth-style jets?
Do you have any idea how difficult that kind of procedure is?
Sounds like Optimus is asking for the impossible. So, yep, I've definitely been there, Alpha Trion. Meanwhile, the new Stunticons attack a military base.
Who are they?
Nobody's driving those cars. That can only mean one thing. They must be the Autobots.
Here we go. Leave it to a human to prejudge someone based on their alt mode. I should know. I've got multiples of them. So I get judged all the time. 6 ways to Cybertron.
The Transformers will return after these messages. We now return to the Transformers.
So the Autobots finish building their new jets. However, in order to give them personalities, they need a key. But Alpha Trion has a solution. And he tries to interface with Vector Sigma?
Alpha, no!
Have you forgotten that you are my creation, Prime? You need these planes.
And so, Alpha Trion's sacrifice allows the Autobots to give life to their new team of jets.
He is merged with Vector Sigma.
I am Vector Sigma. Before Cybertron was, I was.
We get it. You're special. We're lucky to have you.
He gave himself up just so we could have some jets. That's nuts.
No. One Autobot gave his life so that 6 could be born.
Wait, 6? Is Alpha Bravo also here, just standing off screen or something? We see Shockwave walk in on the Autobots being born, and he watches the whole birthing process happen.
He's a peeping Tom.
The new Autobots introduce themselves.
Hi, I used to be a courier ship, but now I think I'm Silverbolt.
Not to be confused with the Fusor from Beast Wars.
I think my name is Silverbolt. Yes, pure, strong, and fast.
They are 2 entirely separate characters. In fact, G1 Silverbolt is also in Beast Wars as part of the Combiner Magnaboss.
And I'm Air Raid. Jeez, what is this place? Who are you guys?
Optimus, down in front.
Who are you?
I'm Ultra Primal. Now would you please duck down, Optimus? You're in front of the camera. We can't see.
Oh, right. I'm Fireflight.
Never mind. Just go on to the next one.
I'm Skydive.
Hey, aren't we missing one? Wait, Skydive, could you move out of the way for a second?
I'm Slingshot. Used to be a speed shuttle. Now I'm the fastest, smartest, hottest jet you ever saw.
There, that's all 5 of the new Aerialbots. Although I don't see Alpha Bravo here. He must have had to visit the little bots room. Back on Earth, the Decepticons show the Stunticons their new home, when Megatron gets a call from Shockwave.
The Autobots have created a group of jets. They dare.
Yes, and apparently there's one right behind you. As the Autobots return to Earth, Omega Supreme has an emergency.
Optimus Prime. Evacuation necessary.
Omega Supreme, what's the
Explosion imminent.
Do as he says?
I guess Omega really has to go to the little bots room too.
Destroy Destruction inevitable.
See, that's why you don't hold it for too long.
Is that true?
It has to be.
Well, in that case, I better take a little break myself.
While surveying the damage the Stunticons have caused, Blaster gets a signal.
Uh-oh. We got trouble. Incoming Decepticons and fast.
Starscream and the Jets.
I think you're thinking of Benny and the Jets, Optimus.
Benny and the Jets.
Actually, we haven't seen Starscream at all in these last couple episodes. Megatron must have really done a number on him last week. So the Autobots take on their new wheeled opponents.
Where'd you learn to drive? Somebody ought to revoke those dudes' driver's licenses.
Technically, I don't think any of the Stunticons are legally allowed to drive, considering that they were just born. So the Aerialbots battled their arch enemies, the Stunticons. And it is here that we learn that Silverbolt has a fear of heights.
Silverbolt, what happened to you out there?
I don't know. I just couldn't take being that high in the air.
Silverbolt, I've got an idea. I'm making you commander of the Aerialbots. It'll give you something else to worry about instead of your fear of heights.
Yes, great idea, Optimus. Give Silverbolt even more anxiety. That'll help. So, we see that these newly born Aerialbots must be going through their teenage years because they're acting like disrespectful little brats to the other Autobots.
Oh, joy, cyber puberty.
But speaking of teenagers, I'd like to mention that two of the Aerialbots are actually voiced by Rob Paulson, the original Raphael from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, along with Yakko from Animaniacs, Pinky from Pinky and the Brain, Tripwire and Snowdrop from G.I. Joe, Gray Fox from Metal Gear Solid, as well as countless other voice roles.
Where are my testicles, Summer? Where are my testicles, Summer? They were removed. Where have they gone?
Man, I really hope that they manage to get him to come to a TFCon sometime. I'd love to tell him how much I enjoy his work, and to get him to sign a few things. Meanwhile, Megatron discovers the secret power of the key to Vector Sigma, its ability to transform organic matter into metal. This is something that would be revisited in Beast Machines, where the corrupted spark of Rhinox in Tankor's body discovered the key and attempted to use its power to seize control of Cybertron from Megatron.
Detecting unusual energy readings. Possible Decepticon activity.
Give me a visual.
Goodbye, Rat Trap.
Good grief.
Good grief. Good grief.
Good grief, come on, you brat.
Silverbolt convinces the rest of the Aerialbots to help the Autobots, while the others battle Megatron.
Now, Optimus Prime, we'll see who's king of the road.
When the Aerialbots join the fight, Megatron reveals the Stunticon's secret, their combined mode, Menasor.
Jumping jet streams!
What? Jetstream? I'm glad to see that she got a shout out in a Transformers cartoon too. Actually, this is her second shout out in G1.
Let's grab a jet stream and get out of here!
So go subscribe to Jetstream if you haven't already. She's super cute and makes awesome videos. So it seems that Optimus just so happened to have the same idea as Megatron, because the Aerialbots combine to form Superion. Meaning that we have two brand new combiners in Transformers, giving kids everywhere a reason to collect them all. So Superion teams up with the newly rebuilt Omega Supreme to defeat Menasor, and Silverbolt destroys the key to Vector Sigma, turning the metallized matter back into its original organic form. Or at least that's what's supposed to be happening here, but it seems like they messed up and either transitioned the wrong way or played the footage in reverse. The Autobots and Aerialbots make amends.
Sorry I was so rough on you guys before.
Hey, I was wrong about you too, Ironhide, and I'm sorry.
Is it just me, or is Slingshot not only shaking Ironhide's hand in a weird way, but he's shaking it for a little too long? You can stop now, Slingshot. Slingshot? Oh, never mind. Well, this was a great two-parter. Like I mentioned previously, Vector Sigma and the key itself are concepts that would be reused in future Transformers series. We also saw the birth of two new combiner groups. While Menasor and Superion aren't my favorite combiners, it is cool that we finally have two new ones alongside Devastator. I think I like the Stunticons a little better, just because they're a little more varied. Like I said earlier in the video, it's cool that some of its members have seen fame in series beyond just being a member of a combiner team. Much like how Swindle did in Animated. But we'll get to him and the other Combaticons in an upcoming episode. Again, I would really love to see a series where the Stunticons are reintroduced, but with a mix of their more modern interpretations. The Aerialbots are a little boring. After all, they are all jets. I mean, at least Motormaster is a truck, making him stand out as the leader from his teammates. Silverbolt doesn't do as well of a job with his comrades. I can see why Hasbro decided to introduce Alpha Bravo in Combiner Wars to try and spice up the team. Perhaps it would have been better if a couple of Aerialbots were helicopters. Silverbolt also transforms into a Concorde, which was a famous airliner at the time, but no longer exists. Maybe it would be better if Silverbolt was a stealth bomber, or a Blackbird, or something like that. Although he is called Silverbolt, and those aircrafts are usually black, and I don't think Hasbro has the rights to Black Bolt. And while I do like Superion's color scheme, I'm just not a fan of his combined robot mode. I just don't think it looks good for some reason. It looks kind of boring and uninspired. And this is a team of jets. Jets are cool. Jets should never be boring. But again, these were a great pair of episodes. Some of the best in the series. Well, what about you? What did you think of this G1 two-parter? Let me know down in the comments. Remember to like, subscribe, and do all that other fun stuff. And I'll see you here next time for the next episode of the original Transformers series, Aerial Assault. So I'll see you back here next time for that.